Hey, welcome. So, we all use email, right? And for a huge number of us, that just means Gmail. I mean, it's free, it's super easy to use, and it's pretty much everywhere. But have you ever really stopped to ask yourself, what's the actual price of free? In this explainer, we're going to dive into the privacy side of these big email services and look at some really powerful, secure alternatives that you might not have heard of.
Okay, so let's just get right into it with a simple question. Is your inbox watching you? Now I know that sounds a little dramatic, but look, whenever a service is totally free, there's almost always a catch, some kind of trade-off. And for services like Gmail, that trade-off usually involves your personal data. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's really going on behind the screen.
First up, let's talk about Gmail's hidden cost. And as you're about to see, it has nothing to do with money, and everything to do with something way more personal.
You've probably heard this saying before, and it perfectly sums up the business model for a giant chunk of the internet. See, when you're not paying with your wallet, the company has to make money some other way. And in this case, the information inside your emails, your shopping receipts, your vacation plans, even just casual chats, that becomes the product they can use to sell advertisers a really clear picture of who you are.
And this whole process has a name. It's called data profiling. It's not just about what's in one email either, because Google has this massive ecosystem of services. Data from your Gmail can be mixed with your search history, your location from Maps, and a whole lot more. It's all used to build an incredibly detailed picture of you. In our next section, we'll see exactly how they connect all those dots.
So how does this privacy trade-off actually happen? Let's follow the data trail.
Well, it often kicks off right inside your inbox. For years, one of the biggest privacy concerns with Gmail was that they were scanning the actual content of your emails to help target ads. Just think about it. Every flight confirmation, every online order receipt, every newsletter you're signed up for, it's all data.
But, of course, it doesn't stop there. That email data then gets connected to everything you search for. So let's say you're planning a trip to Italy. Your searches for hotels in Rome and museums in Florence add another rich layer to what the company already knows about your plans and what you're interested in.
And then, if you're using something like Google Maps, your location data gets thrown into the mix. So now, the system doesn't just know you're interested in Italy, it might know the exact streets you've walked down or the cafes you like to visit.
And here we have it, the final result. All those little pieces of information from different places are all merged together to create one single comprehensive profile. The source material we're looking at even calls it intrusive. And this profile isn't just for showing you ads, it can affect the news you see or even the prices you're shown for things online.
You know, hearing all this can feel a bit overwhelming. It leads to the really obvious next question. If you're not okay with this whole setup, what's the alternative? Do you just have to stop using email? No, absolutely not.
So let's get into the good stuff and explore some secure alternatives. These are services that run on a completely different business model. The main thing to know here is that you've got some amazing options, and their location is actually a big deal. Take ProtonMail. It's based in Switzerland, which has some of the world's strongest privacy laws. It's just a fantastic all-around choice. Then you have StartMail, out of the Netherlands, which has this brilliant feature, unlimited disposable email aliases. You can sign up for things without ever giving out your real address. And services like Tutamail and Mailbox.org, both from Germany, are really well known for their super strong encryption and for being pretty affordable.
And the market has gotten diverse enough to cover some really specific needs too. For example, MailFence has a whole suite of tools perfect for professionals and teams that need secure ways to collaborate. Posteel lets you sign up and pay completely anonymously, which is huge for journalists or activists. For businesses that need to follow strict rules like GDPR or HIPAA, there's Collab Now, and Zoho Mail offers a privacy-focused email as part of a much bigger suite of business apps. Seriously, there is a solid, viable alternative for almost any use case you can think of.
So all of this really brings us to a final and pretty crucial question. What is your privacy worth to you? And I think this slide just breaks it down perfectly. It's a fundamental choice. On one side, you've got the incredible convenience of free services, and that convenience is powered by your data. On the other side, you've got the privacy and security of these other services, and that privacy is powered by a small subscription fee. You stop being the product and become the customer again. So we end right here. Look, there's no single right answer for everybody, and the convenience of free email is, well, it's undeniable. But just knowing how the system works and knowing that these alternatives exist, that gives you the power to make an informed choice. Because ultimately, the only person who can decide what your digital privacy is worth is you.